The secret psychology behind all-you-can-eat buffets. Have you ever walked into an all-you-can-eat buffet and thought, I'm going to get my money's worth? You pay one fixed price. Then you see dozens of dishes. Meat, seafood, desserts, drinks. And suddenly, your brain starts doing something very interesting. You feel like you need to eat more. Because you've already paid. But here's the secret. The buffet doesn't need you to eat less because you're being controlled. It needs you to believe you're winning. The restaurant has carefully designed the experience around how your brain chooses food. How quickly you feel full. And how you decide what is worth taking. From the size of your plate. To the order of the dishes. To the way food catches your attention. Almost everything can influence your behavior. And the strangest part. The more you think you're beating the buffet, the more likely the buffet is already winning. So how do all-you-can-eat restaurants actually make money? Let's unlock the psychology behind the buffet. 1. The fixed price trap. The first psychological trick happens before you even take your first bite. It's the fixed price. Imagine paying $20 for an all-you-can-eat buffet. Your brain immediately creates a simple calculation. I paid $20, so I need to eat at least $20 worth of food. Sounds logical. But psychologically, something changes. You stop thinking about how much food you actually want. You start thinking about how much food you can get. That creates a powerful feeling of maximizing value. Suddenly, taking another plate doesn't feel excessive. It feels smart. You're not simply eating anymore. You're trying to win. And this is where the buffet has an advantage. The restaurant knows that most customers won't calculate the exact cost of every item they eat. They'll simply eat until they feel satisfied. And satisfaction usually arrives long before someone can consume enough expensive food to seriously hurt the restaurant's margins. There's another important factor. Customers don't all eat the same way. Some people eat a lot. Others eat very little. Some choose expensive seafood. Others fill their plates with cheaper foods. Over a large number of customers, those differences can balance each other out. So the buffet doesn't need every customer to lose money for the restaurant. It only needs the average customer to behave predictably. That's the first secret. Unlimited food sounds dangerous for the restaurant. But human appetite creates a natural limit. 2. Your plate changes your behavior. Now look at something you probably never think about. Your plate. At a buffet, the size of your plate can quietly influence how much food you take. Imagine holding a large empty plate. There's a lot of empty space. And your brain naturally wants to fill it. So you take a little more. Then a little more. Until the plate looks full. But there's something else happening. The buffet gives you an enormous amount of choice. Instead of ordering one meal, you suddenly have dozens of possibilities. Meat. Seafood. Noodles. Rice. Vegetables. Desserts. And every new option creates another reason to take something. You may not even be hungry anymore. But you think, I should try that too. This is where abundance becomes powerful. When food is everywhere, the brain can interpret availability as opportunity. And opportunity creates temptation. You're no longer asking, am I hungry? You're asking, what else can I try? That small psychological shift can dramatically change how people behave. And this is why buffet layouts are so important. Food needs to be visible. It needs to look attractive. And it needs to be easy to reach. The restaurant isn't forcing you to take another plate. It simply makes another plate feel like a good idea. And once your brain starts thinking about getting more value, stopping becomes psychologically harder. 3. The buffet controls your attention. But the psychology goes even deeper. A buffet doesn't just control what food you see. It can influence the order in which you see it. Think about walking into a typical buffet. You may see vegetables, then bread, then rice, then noodles, then meat, then seafood, and eventually, dessert. That sequence matters. Your eyes are constantly scanning for something interesting. And every new dish creates another opportunity to eat. This is where novelty becomes extremely powerful. Your brain loves new experiences. Even when you're already getting full. Seeing something different can trigger a new desire. You just finished your meal. Then you notice the grilled seafood. You think, I'll just try a little. Then you see something else. Maybe noodles. Maybe another piece of meat. Then suddenly you notice the dessert section. And your brain starts negotiating again. I'm already here. I might as well try it. That's an important psychological distinction. Physical hunger and psychological desire are not always the same thing. Your stomach may be telling you that you've had enough. But your attention keeps discovering new reasons to continue. The buffet doesn't need to force you to eat. It simply keeps giving your brain something new to notice. And as long as there is something interesting in front of you, your brain can keep saying, just one more. 4. The real enemy is time. There's another reason all-you-can-eat buffets can be profitable. Time. Many buffets operate within a limited dining period. And when people know an opportunity is temporary, their behavior can change. Think about a simple example. If someone tells you that a certain food will be available all day, there's no reason to rush. But if they tell you it will disappear in 30 minutes, suddenly, you want to take advantage of it. The same psychological principle can appear in buffet dining. You know the food is available right now. But your time is limited. So you may take more food at once. You may eat faster. And you may think, I should get another plate before I leave. But there's a problem. Your brain does not instantly know when your stomach is full. There is a delay between eating and feeling satisfied. So if you eat quickly, you can consume more before your body catches up. Then the signal finally arrives. You're full. Very full. And suddenly, the unlimited buffet doesn't feel so unlimited anymore. You physically cannot keep going. That's one of the most interesting parts of the business model. The menu may be unlimited. But your appetite isn't. The restaurant can promise unlimited food because the human body creates its own limit. And that limit is one of the biggest reasons the business can remain profitable. The buffet gives you unlimited choice, while your biology quietly sets the maximum. 5. Why the buffet usually wins. So now we can see the real secret behind the all-you-can-eat buffet. It isn't simply about selling unlimited food. It's about understanding human behavior. The restaurant knows customers want value. It knows people are attracted to abundance. It knows novelty keeps attention alive. It knows the body eventually creates a physical limit. And it knows customers are different. One person might eat a huge amount of expensive seafood. Another might choose mostly rice, noodles, bread, and vegetables. Some customers arrive extremely hungry. Others barely eat. But across hundreds or thousands of customers, those differences can balance each other out. That's what makes the model work. The restaurant doesn't need every customer to eat less than they paid for. It needs the average customer to behave predictably. And that leads to a much bigger lesson about business. Companies don't always make money by giving you less. Sometimes they make money by giving you the feeling that you're getting more. The next time you walk into an all-you-can-eat buffet, look around. Notice the size of your plate. Notice the layout. Notice the order of the food. Notice what catches your attention. And notice how often you think, I should try that too. Because once you understand the psychology, you stop seeing a buffet as just a room full of food. You start seeing a carefully designed behavioral system. And suddenly, the buffet looks very different.